Benton County Fire District 1 says they are feeling the pressure from rising call volumes to soaring costs. And now the district is asking voters to consider a levy lid lift in the August primary to help keep emergency services strong. Today, I met with the fire chief on what this could mean for homeowners. I've spent a lot of time with Benton County Fire District Number 1's chief. They cover a lot of ground and a growing number of emergency calls. In fact, EMS calls now make up nearly 70% of the district's responses. But despite the rising demand, they're working with a fire levy that's actually been shrinking.
That is true. More people means more calls, more medical calls.
The district's daily operations are funded by a fire levy, $150 per $1,000 of assessed property value. But as property values rise, the levy rate automatically drops. That means less revenue, even when demand for service is going up.
The fire district is much like any other person that's affected by the high costs of rising costs, I should say.
Since voters renewed the levy at $150 in 2018, the rate has dropped to $128, $1.28. That's why district leaders are asking voters to consider a 22-cent lid lift, bringing the rate back to $1.50 in the August 5th primary.
And it's just really taxing as those more calls go. We have to expand to be able to meet the need of the public.
The added funding would cover 3 full-time firefighter EMTs, a new ambulance, and medical equipment, plus major maintenance projects like repairs at Station 120 in Findlay. It would also help purchase a specialized washing machine to clean firefighter gear and reduce exposure to cancer-causing chemicals.
But it's going to make it harder for us to catch up. Each year we don't approve this lid lift. It just makes that gap farther and farther away to a point where then at some point we may not be able to keep up and we may have to do something different.
For the average homeowner with a property assessed at $422,500, the lid lift would mean about $775 more per month, or just under $93 per year. The district says keeping up with calls and costs isn't just about speed, it is about safety. Service reductions could impact their risk rating, which plays a role in what residents pay for insurance. You guys, out of the 6 fire districts, you are one of, if not the busiest. So this impacts people.
That is correct, yeah. It does impact people a lot. We've got a very large area, roughly 327 square miles, and it's a big job.
Voters will have the final say on August 5th, and for those on fixed incomes, the property tax exemption for qualified homeowners remains in place.